This man had $2.5 million in his bag. He was on the run from the military police, but his Asian face made him stand out in the crowd. The situation was dire. He had no choice but to hide inside a taxi parked by the road. Before the driver could even react, bullets started flying their way. Survival instinct kicked in. The driver slammed the gas pedal, speeding away as fast as he could. He didn't stop until they reached a deserted junkyard. It turned out, the man was planning to use the ransom to rescue a kidnapped diplomat, but the region was in total chaos. Everyone wanted the money, even the military police. The man begged the driver to take him to the local warlord's territory, but even though they were countrymen, the driver didn't want to get involved, unless the man paid him $100 US. Soon, they were back on the road. Before leaving, they stopped to refuel. The gas prices were insane, but they had no choice. In this land, guns ruled everything. Then, a car stopped motionless at the toll gate. A man nearby went to check it out. And then, the driver stared in horror, then sped away from the scene. When they reached the next village, he quickly checked himself all over. Thankfully, they had just brushed past death. Soon, the driver dropped the man off at his destination. Seeing the armed guards at the gate, the man hesitated, so he offered the driver another $300 to go in with him. Inside, they were led to a warehouse. The men around them looked vicious, and the man's nerves started to crack. But unexpectedly, once they confirmed the money was real, they said he could take the hostage away. The man was shocked. He hadn't expected the exchange to go so smoothly. Still, he was too afraid to go alone, so he handed the driver another $300 to accompany him. The driver hesitated, but finally agreed. As they approached the hostage location, they suddenly heard intense gunfire ahead. The leader and his men jumped out to investigate, leaving only the two of them in the car. Terrified, they hid behind a stone wall. Just then, a convoy passed by, and the kidnapped diplomat was in it. Seeing this, the man rushed forward, but two pickup trucks suddenly appeared behind them. Using the nearby cars as cover, the two barely escaped with their lives. Then the leader rushed back, saying that the local gang had learned about the ransom and taken the hostage. The two were taken to a resting room. After a day filled with gunfire and chaos, the man quickly fell asleep, but the driver stayed awake, watching quietly. Once the man was sound asleep, the driver slowly opened his bag, pulled out a pillowcase, and stuffed it full of cash. Then he slipped away quietly. When the man woke to the sound of an explosion, the driver was gone, and the money in his arms had been replaced with a pillow.